So a couple weeks ago, I got to interview Mr. Sean O'Connell, who's the author of the upcoming book, Release the Snyder Cut, the story behind Zack Snyder's Justice League and the movement that made the impossible possible, and that is getting Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max this upcoming March. And he wrote an article on Cinema Blend that gives us a little bit more detail on that story, the real story behind why Zack Snyder left Justice League in 2017. And in this article is from Zack Snyder himself on his decision to leave the project back in 2017. And remember, somebody else came in, Josh Whedon, took over, and infamously with Jeff Johns and others at Warner Brothers, they reshot almost the entire movie. And what we got in 2017 was just pathetic, really. But here's a quote. I just was kind of done with it. I was in this place of knowing my family needs me more than this bullshit. And I just need to honor them and do the best I can to heal that world. I had no energy to fight the studio and fight for the movie. Literally zero energy for that. I really think that's the main thing. I think there's a different world where I stayed and kind of tried, and I'm sure I could have because every movie is a fight, right? I was used to that, but I just did not have the energy. There was no fight in me. I had been beaten by what was going on in my life, and I just didn't want to. I didn't care to. That was kind of where I was. And what he's talking about is the tragic loss of his daughter, Autumn Snyder, to a suicide that really affected him. Obviously, him being a father, a family man, and he just didn't have the energy, the will to fight against Warner Brothers to have his cut be the movie that was released in theaters. Again, this is why the book is so important, Release a Snyder Cut book, because it really goes into the fight, how the fandom united to come together for a common goal, for Zack Snyder to see his vision, the charity that they did, raising the money for American Foundation of Suicide Prevention in the name of his daughter, in the name of Zack Snyder. And it's really, really worth reading. So I do encourage you to get the book. But guys, look, again, what Zack Snyder went through, both professionally and personally, and for him to be able to make his movie today, it's, it's beyond words. It's truly remarkable, for that to happen. And look, Warner Brothers, they've often given him crap for his movies, for his direction, for his style. He says in his quote that he would, have to fight, not just on Justice League, but that's been well documented on Batman v Superman. And I can imagine too on Man of Steel as well. Warner Brothers as a studio, they're stubborn as hell. They are very reactionary, and it almost cost this man his career, as far as big budget blockbusters are concerned in Hollywood. But now he's going to come back, and reading that quote from Mr. Sean O'Connell on Cinema Blend, it just gets me more excited for the book. It should give everyone a little bit more of perspective on what this fight has been like. Not for the fans, but for Zack Snyder, and what it means to him to complete this version of Justice League. That's why we're all so hyped about it. This is not just a movie, okay? This is a movement. This is standing up for filmmakers in Hollywood, so that their work, their art, no longer gets meddled with by the studio. And it just gets me even more excited and looking forward to both the movie and the book. So beautiful stuff, almost makes you want to shed a tear. And I can't wait for that marketing for Zack Snyder's Justice League to start. Boy, am I ready. All right.